God that we serve, Sister Akasha, He will speak to our upcoming situation before it shows up. But because we let slip a lot of times what He says when the situation arises that His word already prepared us for, if we let slip what we've already heard, we oftentimes will miss out on the very present help that He is for us in the middle of the storm. So, so 7 days is a lot, that we're trying to do in terms of our preaching and our teaching. It's a lot that I attempt to do in terms of our ministry moments, but I really feel as if we let things slip. Even though God is speaking, and He is, even though God has spoken, and He has, if I'm not cognizant, if I'm not mindful of that which I'm hearing and that which I've heard, then it's almost like it was no point for me to have been there. Because if I'm getting prepped for something that's on the way, if I don't apply, Deacon Foster, what I was prepped for, then I wasted my time going through the preparation. Let's talk to you in a practical way, because Sister Keiston is visual. So let me talk to you in a practical way before I get into my teaching tonight. That's just like if you got a job. I'm talking about a 9 to 5. This is what you're supposed to be doing. If they're going to take you through a time of training,
that's good.
The training that they're giving you, Sister Coop, is designed to prepare you to do the work of this particular job. Well, if they take their time to give you 2, 3, 4 weeks of training, there's an expectation from the supervisor or from the employer that when issues arise relative to what you've been trained to handle, the expectation is you shouldn't have to call the employer. Okay. No way tonight. The expectation is you were trained. You were given principles, you were given understanding, you were given, in some cases, a handbook, you were given guidelines, you were given examples, you were given on-the-job training while there was somebody supervising you. But if I let slip the things that I'm supposed to be learning, then my training is for naught. And I'll never be able to be successful on that job until I realize I got to pay attention to my training.
That's good, sir.
As when I was doing accounting work, and I was preparing to make my transition out of the company, I really tried my best to effectively train the person that was going to be replacing me. And in that time, Deaconess Black, I had to give her hands-on attention.
Yes, sir.
Certain processes that we do every day.
Every day.
All right. So for the first week and a half, I'm going to do them. You can take notes. You can shadow me. You can get a little fake keyboard and type along with me. But come week 2, my expectation is I'm going to sit in your seat. You're going to sit in mine. And I want to be able to take notes from what you're doing. And the young lady, bless her heart, she would just get so flustered. I mean, since 7 days, it was a sight. And she, I know you're not going to be here forever, Mr. Hinton, but, if you can just remind me, sure, no problem. And then I would begin to say this, Minister Black.
Yes,
I'm going to get to my teaching in a minute. I would say, why don't you refer back to your notes? Trying to talk to us, if we can catch what I'm trying to say. Well, are you sure? I don't know if you told me. I don't know if you gave me the notes. I said, well, let's go back to the page that I saw you write it down on. Let's flip there. And let's read. When you come to this screen, hit this button. It was in my notes the whole time.
Teaching already.
But if I never refer back, help me today, to what I'm writing, if I never refer back to what I'm learning, then I'll go into a challenge saying, oh, I wasn't prepared for this. Nobody told me this was going to happen. But have you looked back at your notes? So, Mama, I was just starting tonight. And this ain't got nothing to do with what I'm teaching on tonight. I just felt something when I got off my knees in prayer. So I went with the Lord. Just gave a scripture out of Hebrews 2:1. Therefore, we ought to give the more earnest heed to the things which we have heard, lest at any time we should let them slip. Sister Keyston, you know, the year, the time that you've spent getting and obtaining this master's degree, hallelujah, shout out for you right there. The time that you spent sacrificing sleep and sacrificing meals and in some cases, you know, sacrificing life in order to fulfill this mission, it would be foolish of you to not attempt to use what you sacrificed for.
That's good.
There was no point of you going to school and get a degree if you ain't gonna never use it. But you got to go back to your notes sometime. All right, let me go to where I'm going. Y'all ain't feeling me tonight. Proverbs 27. Proverbs 27. I want to look at 3 verses 17 through 19 tonight. And we're going to talk concerning really some scripture at verse 19. But Proverbs 27, 17 through 19. Just want to deal with a few things tonight. The word of the Lord reads, it's 27:17 Proverbs. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. Whoso keepeth or tendeth a fig tree shall eat the fruit thereof. So he that waiteth or serveth his master shall be honored. As in water, face answereth to face, so the heart of man to man. All right, tonight I want to, and I'm going to bring some real clarity to those verses. Tonight I want to teach from this standpoint. Mr. Black, you'll like this. Yes. I want to teach tonight on matters of the heart. Matters of the heart. Yes, sir. Matters of the heart. So Minister Black, he's an expert at this, but I'm going to bring y'all into his world for a moment. So Minister Black, when he does his normal job, Brother Anthony, as a real estate agent and as a realtor and as a broker and all these great things that he is, some clients that he has are not always necessarily pristine as it relates to credit or other type of history. So because Deacon Foster, some folks got a few bumps and bruises. Minister Black believes, and he should, as their agent, that he still can get the deal done. He believes while there may be things we got to go through, we may have to wait 6 months, and credit may have to get in line, and we may have to clean up some stuff. He has an ultimate joker in his back pocket that he plays from time to time. And that card really is called the Matters of the Heart card.
Yes, sir. Teach us.
That when he's going before a lender and he's attempting to get approvals and different things for people that may be in a tight situation, what he likes to recommend, Sister Jenkins, is have the prospective buyer to write a letter. In this letter, detail, your attachment not only to the property, your shift that you're making to make things better in your life and in your credit score. This opportunity has been presented because what he's trying to do is get you to really pull on the heartstrings.
Yes, sir.
Of the lender. Because as I know, and if we didn't know, this is good information for you to know, everybody has somebody they got to answer to. Right. And there's always at least one person in every organization that can make a decision.
Always. Always.
So it doesn't matter what guidelines say, it doesn't matter what requirements exist, there's always somebody that has a magic pen. That when they sign, it really doesn't matter what the guidelines were. All they said was do it. And if I can get in front of the one and get a letter to the one that has the ability.
Yes, sir.
To make something happen when I ain't made nothing happen.
How?
What that's called is a matter of the heart. I was capable of tapping an area in somebody that seemingly did not have a heart.
Right.
And now made something happen in my benefit because I touched the shell of them where their heart used to exist. Everybody's seen the play, the movie, the story around this time of the year where you're dealing with, Mr. Scrooge.
This is good.
Mr. Scrooge, didn't love nobody.
Yes, sir.
He still don't, for real, even after the movie. You catch that one next week. But Mr. Scrooge don't love nobody. And he don't have time. He's anti-Christmas. He's anti-life. Work is what Mr. Scrooge knows. And you all know the story, so I'm not going to teach the movie. But the reality is everybody has a heart that can be touched.
That's good.
So we identify tonight, dealing with matters of the heart. I want to start this way, then I'm going to break down those verses and go into some other thoughts. The first thing I want to do is give you a working definition for the word heart. The word heart, as it relates to its English definition from Merriam-Webster, our great friend and reference partner. The heart is the hollow, muscular organ that circulates blood. The hollow, muscular organ that circulates blood by alternating dilation and contraction. All right? The hollow muscular organ that circulates blood by alternating dilation and contraction. All right? Now, this is what I want us to get before I even get deep, because that's meaty. I ain't even see that until just now. Okay, what we got to understand is the heart, Sister Greer, in order to perform at a perfunctory level, it needs to not only have dilation, but it has to have contraction. Now I don't know. Maybe Sister Coop is the newest mother. Sister Coop, Sister Anthony, one of y'all in between there. But I'm quite sure that the two of you can help us if we needed to, trying to get some explanation to what a contraction is. Yeah. We gonna get to dilation. Y'all stick with me. Don't push me too fast, mothers. I know where I'm at. Hallelujah. But the contraction, I felt preaching right there. Contraction is, I'm not even going to attempt to describe it because I've never been there and I never will by the grace of God. But the reality is a contraction as it is presented to us is always, catch this, Kanye, the sign that birthing is on the way.
Teaching.
Okay? Even in the dilation, I'll go there in a minute. But the contraction is the that's kind of like to the non-pregnant person. Right. That's the telltale sign that something's jumping off.
Yes.
Because let me go to a level lower. Because not everybody's going to be privy to your dilation.
That's right.
That's good.
That's
next level.
Strangers might get connected to your contraction.
That's right.
Because when it hits you, you don't care who's around, you're going to hit them.
Yeah.
but they not going to necessarily be privy to your dilation.
Yes, sir.
Hallelujah. So it's necessary that the contraction happens in the heart so that there can be effective flow in the heart. What does that mean, Minister Black?
Yes,
that
sir.
means God has to allow, please catch this, Sister Grid, number one. This is going to help you for the rest of your life. God has to allow the pain of contraction sometimes.
That's it.
He's got to, mama, allow his people to sometimes go through the pain of a contraction. And the inconvenience of a dilation. Ooh, Jesus. All right, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to walk and I'm going to talk tonight. I'm going to try not to be preaching, but I just felt the preaching. My God, he ain't supposed to show up till Sunday. Okay. The contraction, the pain of a contraction has the capability and the propensity to make somebody buckle over in pain. Now, if God is saying that a contraction of the heart is mandatory, that means sometimes there are going to be things, Deacon Foster, in our
Go ahead.
lives that's going to literally cause us to buckle over
Go ahead,
in pain.
teach us.
Buckling pain is normally pain that was expected, but not to that level. Because when you're pregnant, you're going through your contractions. In your mind, you're kind of bracing. You're trying to prepare your body. But then sometimes when the level comes and it hits, don't matter if you were braced or not, it still can knock you over. So there are literally things in our lives, Sister Kasha, as believers, on our best saved day, whatever that looks like, there still can be measures in your day that can cause your faith to buckle.
Good teaching.
Amen.
True.
When pain comes, I expected it, but Lord, I ain't expected to hit me like that. I was braced for disappointment, but I ain't expected to hit me like that. I was braced for people to talk about me, but I ain't think it was going to be my sister.
Teaching.
It's when it comes not unexpected, but in an unexpected way. That's the pain that caused you to buckle all over my heart. Okay, all right, so the heart is a hollow muscular organ that circulates blood by alternating dilation and contraction. The heart is also the central, vital, and main organ of the body. The central, the vital, and the main organ of the body. The heart is known as the center of our emotions. It is the center, I think this is going to be good tonight, of our personality.
Wow.
It is the center of our thoughts, and it is the center of our feelings. The heart. This is why it's so mandatory that we're careful who we give our heart to.
Amen. Amen.
Because by it being the central, main emotional hub of your body,
Network. Yes, sir.
the network
Yes,
that
sir.
makes your body flow, by it being that, when it's damaged,
Yes.
it's hard to repair.
Amen.
Wow.
Help me to teach tonight, Jesus.
Amen.
So Deacon Foster, specifically in this church, is the master mechanic. Now, to others, he may just be a mechanic, but to us, he's a master mechanic.
Absolutely.
Now, Deacon Foster, I love learning about people's strengths, and I love learning about their skill. Because what I do is, when I hear what their strength is and what their skill is, I like to sit down with them, talk to them a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Let me pick your brain. Even though I may never do what you do,
Yeah.
at least I'm going to be knowledgeable because I'm getting it from a verifiable source.
Yes, sir.
So Deacon Foster and I were talking the other day. He was helping me out in some areas relative to one of the cars. And he was explaining about how he had to change a starter out. And Bertram, when he talked about the starter on this one car, he said, Pastor, the thing about this particular starter is, of course it's essential because without the starter, the car won't be able to turn on. He said, but the crazy part is, it's so tight where it is. So it's difficult to get to it
Tight.
because it's so compact, but it's still the central part of the car. I want y'all to follow me on this now. He said, so when damage is done to the starter, even though it's an easy fix, it's hard to get to.
Wow.
Let me come pick up those that I left behind. Okay, the heart is the central part of our body.
Yes.
The heart is the center of all things in our body. It's easy to fix, but it's hard to get to.
Go ahead, old Pastor.
Would you help me tonight, Jesus? Sometimes, Sister Akasha, your heart can be fixed with a word from the Lord. But if I can't get through
This
the
is good.
barrier
This is good.
that you put around your heart
Yeah.
because of pain and hurt and frustration and disappointment, even though I got an easy fix, I can't reach it because it's hard to get to. When the heart is damaged, what it will do, this is scientific, it will literally create an outer layer to prevent the damaged area from being damaged further.
Teach us.
This is medical. This isn't, I'm making that up because I feel like talking to you tonight. This is medical. There will be, the body is constructed, Mama Pam can attest as a nurse, the body is constructed in such a way that your body, made by God, was really built to stop hurt areas from being hurt further. Your body, okay, anybody that's ever had a cut, okay, what'll happen is, while it's healing,
Yes.
there'll be a scab,
That's the word.
a protective layer to prevent anything else from hurting.
Yes, sir.
Help me today, Jesus. It'll be protected by the scab. An outer layer form. Well, I don't know. Has anybody ever created their own scab? The answer is no, because you can't do it.
Yeah.
The body does it on its own.
That's amazing.
But Pastor, I put peroxide on it. You do nothing but clean it. The body created the scab. How do you know that, Pastor? Because that's the way the body is designed. It's designed to stop the part of you that's hurting from hurting any further. It won't let it be wounded while it's already wounded. I want you to hear me tonight. So the reason some of us can't get our heart touched is because it's still wounded, and you're not going to open up to let the wound be wounded deeper.
Wow. That's real true.
So it's an easy fix. I know exactly what to tell you by the grace of God, but I can't get to it because you're still under the veil of I'm a man. And because men have hurt me before, I'm not going to allow another man that wants zero from you. I'm not going to allow another man to hurt me the way men have hurt me before. Wow. So even though I got the fix for you, can't get to it. Okay. So the heart.
Yes.
The heart is the central part. Talking about matters of the heart tonight, Sister Tiana. So you keep this with you and tell my friend about it till he get a clue. Hallelujah. Matters of the heart tonight. All right, so matters of the heart. All right, so talk about the heart being the central organ in the body. It's the hollow muscular organ that circulates blood by alternating dilation and contraction. Okay, talk about it being central, the vital, or the main organ of the body. It is the center of our emotions, of our personalities, of our thoughts, and of our feelings. Now, the scripture here that we gave tonight is Proverbs 27, 17 through 19 is where we are. So let me just jump right to 19. I'll come back and explain in further detail 17 and 18. But 19 says, as in water, Proverbs 27, 19, as in water, face answereth. That word answereth means reflects, if you will, in the Old Testament dialect there. As in water, face reflects face. So the heart of man reflects a man. That's what the scripture gives you to understand. So what the writer here, Solomon, one of the wisest men ever to live, what he's saying is the same way clear water serves as a type of a mirror. If I look into water that's clear, not this polluted stuff that we used to see. If I look into the Jamaican water, you hear the twang when I went there, the Jamaican water. When I into the Jamaican water.
Yes.
It'll serve as a mirror that whatever I present to it, it presents that right back to me.
Wow.
And the writer says the same way water does that to make your face come back to you, the intents of a man are reflected in a man. Okay, Pastor, what does that mean? That means, I'm going to give you one real deep tonight. That means God will allow you to be privy to what's in somebody's heart based on what you see in their face.
Wow.
Hallelujah to Jesus.
Teaching.
The heart of a man, Mr. Black, is revealed by his actions.
That's good.
Okay, let me. I'm giving out free information tonight, Sister Radisha, so you need to eat this one up. Okay, now, I'm gonna give all the single ladies, it ain't talking about Beyonce, I'm gonna give all the single ladies a sneak peek for a moment. I'm gonna give all y'all a sneak peek into the heart of a man, all right? If you ever want to know how a man is gonna treat you, just look how he treat his mama. Catch this, because I'm good to mess up a lot of stuff, and I'm excited about it. Okay, a man that respects his mother, okay, is a man that will respect you.
That's good,
Okay?
sir.
On the flip side, a man that does not respect his mother
Oh my.
cannot respect you. It is impossible, this is going to be deep, to be a great husband if you were a poor son.
Teaching.
Well, Pastor, him and his mom don't really get along. That don't mean he don't respect her. Let me bring some clarity to your life. That don't mean he don't respect her if they don't get along. They might be going through a rough patch. They might be going through that. But my question is, how does he handle her when they not getting along? Teach tonight, Hinton. Okay, I will. Is he still yes ma'aming and no ma'aming at 30? Or is she now his peer? Because if she is, you in trouble. I'm
That's
ready
good.
to go somewhere tonight.
Go.
Yeah, I'm going black. I feel the Holy Ghost pushing me, and I'm gonna let them push me right through until somebody let me get to their heart.
Go ahead, Pastor.
If that booger cannot honor his mom, he has zero, Sister Coop, chance of honoring you. It just won't happen. Pastor, how can you tell me that? Because the Bible just told me that the actions of a man reflect what's in a man's heart. Because the church, we've lied to each other, and y'all tell the lie sometime too. And I told you when I first started church, one thing I don't never was two things, but one thing in particular I don't never want to hear is God knows my heart. Don't tell me that ever in your life. Because telling me that really condemns yourself. Teach it, I will. Because the Bible says, Jeremiah 17:9, that the heart of a man is desperately wicked.
Wow. It's in the Bible.
It's deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. So your heart is wicked. So don't say, Pastor, God knows my heart. What you're telling me is God knows you're wicked. Okay. So when we say, well, we don't know what's in somebody's heart, that's also not biblically founded. Because the Bible just told me that a man's heart is revealed to me by his actions. So if I study you long enough, I know exactly what's in your heart.
Yes, sir.
If I observe you long enough, your heart is going to be revealed.